All get ready for Big Nick. It's called Big Nick Live.
Big Nick Live! Big Nick Live!
Everybody get up!
Big Nick Live!
Big Nick
Live! Big Nick Live! Big Nick Live! Big Nick Live!
It's called Big Nick Live. You ready, Big Nick? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Big Nick Live. My name is Big Nick. Great to see you all. I'm here with the beloved Eric, of course. It's been a short hiatus. We had a little break. We did our last show. What was it? May 2nd.
May 2nd.
So it's been a bit. Eric, we want to see. There's the great Eric. Everyone say hello, Eric.
Hello, Eric.
So I don't know if I talked about this in the last episode, but I gotta apologize. This is supposed to be Big Nick Live episode 5 tonight. Lo and behold, this is episode 4. We had to cancel what would have been episode 4 because I think I told some of you guys I was going to Orlando. Have we talked about this at all, Eric? Do you know about my Orlando trip?
I knew you were going.
Yeah. Well, I think I've been telling people that I've been dying to get into this Epic Universe. You guys know about Epic Universe, this new theme park. I love theme parks. I was born in Orlando, grew up going to Universal Studios. I remember seeing Beetlejuice and the gang dancing around on stage, riding Back to the Future ride, King Kong ride, Twister ride.
Oh, yeah.
And that year they got a new park. I say, oh, hell yeah. I got to get down there. I got to experience this place, Epic Universe.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, we got some sound bites. Great thanks to, I think Molly lent us some of these sounds. Give it up for Eric. That was great placement of a sound bite. Beautiful stuff. So long story short, everyone knows people call me Big Nick, and I think that's largely due to my big personality, big talent. It's not necessarily due to my physique, but my wife is pregnant currently. She's about 7 months pregnant. And I'm a feminist. I don't know if a lot of you guys know that, but this is my wife's second pregnancy, and a rule of thumb that I do is I try to gain 2 pounds for every pound she gains. So I am a little heavier than I like to be. But it's purely out of virtue, not laziness or anything else like that. And so that kind of led to this issue that I ran into at Epic Universe last week, and I'll go ahead and get into it. But we have the great Carl Kloster prepared some slides. Basically, I sat with him and I kind of explained what had happened to me, and he tried to do some recreations that we didn't have like a professional photographer on hand to document what happened. But he kind of helped me. He's going to help me retell this story through images. So if we can go ahead and just dive right in here to Carl's epic journey. So that's me on the Yoshi ride. You know about Nintendo?
Oh, yeah.
So they have this game called Nintendo that they essentially it's a video game and has all the characters like Yoshi and whoever, and they turned it into the theme park's called Epic Universe, but there's a big chunk of the park that is strictly Nintendo. So I'm riding Nintendo, and they have me riding on a Yoshi, a red Yoshi.
Wow.
My wife and daughter, we all go try to get it. They say, no, excuse me, hold it. It said it's two per Yoshi. And so they put my wife and my daughter in one Yoshi, and I go in the red Yoshi. And I'm loving it. I'm having the time of my life. I'm seeing all the Yoshis from Nintendo, and having a great time. It's reminding me of my childhood when I used to play Nintendo. And it goes around once, and it's time to get out. And there's something's not cooperating. I can't get out of the seat. If you go ahead and let's do the dose here. So yeah. So right there you can see this is a little recreation. That's me on the Yoshi. I just was stuck going round and round, and they just kind of kept like I was pissed because there's a lot of rides at Epic Universe, and I was wanting to ride some of these other rides. And they're like, well, we're working on it. We're going to figure this out. And then the park closed. I was still on the dang Yoshi. And I was stuck in this Yoshi for 3 or 4 days. And that's not an exaggeration. Let's do the next slide here. So this part is actually not accurate. Carl has another guy from Nintendo called Toad. Really, what they did is they took me on this track, and you can pull me back in there, Eric. They took me on this track, and it splits off away from Nintendo into like a dungeon. And I don't think at first I thought, I guess we're going to the monster world because they have that too. But I think I eventually found out it was like an actual dungeon. Because there's a guy in there. He had like a real heavy Eastern European accent. He's wearing goggles. And I could have sworn it was the guy they hired to play Igor. But I think it was just literally like a real life Igor. And he had like a soldering iron, and he basically installed a motorized scooter. They said, we're having a hard time. We're not going to be able to get you out of this Yoshi, but we can at least help you get around a little bit. So they installed this motorized scooter. So that was great. I was at least able to make it to the airport. And you can see that's me over here. You know, this is kind of like a rendering, like a 3D recreation. Getting through security was a nightmare. Every 10 steps, I'm having to explain to people, like, listen, I don't want to be in this thing. I can't help it. I want to get out. And after hours and hours at the Orlando airport, let's go ahead and let's show them this next graphic. I get to the gate, and they basically say that's not fitting on this plane. You can't go. And I'm starting to think, am I gonna have to ride this Yoshi down the highway all the way to Chattanooga, Tennessee? And I'm starting to get upset at this point. And basically, I get on the phone with Epic Universe, and I start just raising hell. I'm like, I want my money back. This is an outrage. I'm trying to get home. I got a talk show. This is now Sunday night. I'm saying all this. I'm saying I got a talk show. I got a host tomorrow night. You guys got to get me home. So they arranged. Let's go ahead and. Sorry, I'm a little rusty. But I keep getting ahead of the system here. So basically, they arranged to come pick me up via helicopter, and it was horrible storms. I don't know if you remember, Eric, but I was riding through over Florida, Georgia, into Tennessee through these horrible storms. They're banging me up against trees. I was my flesh was all torn to hell. It was terrifying. I was praying to God the whole time that I would make it home, and luckily I did. And it just kind of dropped. But then they couldn't fit the Yoshi inside of my house. I got stuck outside my house, so Eric had to come over with a sledgehammer. And so basically Eric was over with a sledgehammer, and he was just kind of pounding away all day Monday. And that's why we weren't able to do the show on Monday. But luckily I'm healthy. I'm well. Other than that, I had a great time at Epic Universe and Universal Studios. And I hate to sit here and come on here and bicker and complain, so I do want to do a quick little segment, because I don't want to make it all I don't want to just pour negativity out all day. So I'm going to introduce a new segment that is called Big Nick's Bright Spot of the Week. So essentially here, Eric, if we can go to camera 3, I did get an express pass from Epic Universe because of this incident. They for my troubles when I left, they gave me this express pass. For a single attraction pass. It does expire June 1st. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make my way back out there to be able to I want to have an opportunity to ride the Yoshi ride without all the trouble, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to put this to use before it expires. But I am thankful that Epic did what was right. They owned up to their mistake, and they gave me this pass. So this is my bright spot of the week. Let's go ahead and see that graphic one more time, because I think it's worth checking out. Carl Kloster's good work on that. So, bright spot of the week. Woo! Beautiful stuff. Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So,
Great story.
thank you. I actually apologize if I'm a little hormonal, or emotional. I have a bombshell, frankly, that I haven't even told you about, Eric. Last time, we're talking about, 15 days ago at this point?
Yeah.
However many days?
Oh,
17
man.
days? Feels like a lifetime, frankly.
Yeah.
So just to catch you guys up on what happened on the last episode, I thought I was in hell because I discovered some obscene photos, and I thought my whole life was a lie. But then it's funny how you have the yin and yang of life, because sometimes when you're in the pit of despair, you can be pulled out and thrust into a whole new angle, you know. And basically, Eric introduced me to a new tech called Ancestry. Long story short, I'm Elvis's grandson, and Eric is also Elvis's grandson. You need to go watch the episode. I can't do the whole rehash, but so when I found this out, I decided to be the bigger man and reach back out to Grandma. And it was a hard conversation. There's a lot of tears. And, anyways, that's a personal moment between me and Grandma. We don't need to get into what happened. But what I did learn, and what I'm going to show you, because this impacts you just as much as it does me, Eric, is apparently before Elvis, I call him Papu, because that's what Grandma called him. Apparently, I don't know why, but I started calling him Papu.
Papu.
And I realized talking to Grandma that she had a deep love for this man. And
Wow. I mean, who didn't?
I mean, everyone loves Elvis.
Yes,
Everyone loves his songs, whatever.
Right.
But that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Is apparently her Grandma and Elvis, my grandma at least, I don't know about yours, but my grandma had a thing with Elvis for decades, spanned decades. And I'm in possession of something. A lot of people don't know this even exists. I don't know if anyone knows this exists outside Grandma. This is a notebook. This is Elvis's lost songbook. Check it out.
Wow.
From 1977. He was working on this. He was working on his comeback. He kind of hit a lull his career. He was kind of in a bad place. And I think he was working on his masterpiece. What was going to be, this is how Grandma said, he's working on his masterpiece night and day. He was writing, scribbling in this book, writing songs. And essentially, Grandma, with tears in her eyes, she handed it to me. She said, I want you to have this. And I want you to take Papu's, Elvis's words, and I want you to bring them to life in the way that he wasn't able to do. And I haven't even looked in this yet, because I know this is a historic moment, and I figure we want to document it. And I'm sure it's going to be emotional for you as well, Eric, on account of you also share this man's wow. First thing I see when I open up right here, it says, Songbook of Elvis Presley, 1977. This is incredible. So, yeah, there's a lot of songs in here.
That's really amazing. Elvis's magnum opus must be in there.
Well, I mean, on the one hand, this is, like an emotional, legacy-defining moment for me, but it's also this could change our lives in a huge way on account of, I think people are going to be dying to hear these songs. If Joe Schmo just came across this, they don't have the skills that we have to bring this kind of music to life.
No.
So I don't know, chat, what do you think? Do we just want to dive in and see? He didn't really leave notes as far as like this is a ballad or this is a, but I think if we can combine our musical skills with Elvis's lyrical ability, then maybe we could kind of get a sense of what he was thinking in those final days of his life.
Man.
What do you think, guys? Do we want to try some of this out? See how it sounds. All right, give me a key. Someone give me a key.
I got an A.
A. All right, I'm just gonna jump in and. Oh, this first one's kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe I'll skip that one. I don't know. We just want to go through and chronologically, or what are we thinking about this? Let's see. Blood in my stool, I'm shaking like a dog, I got blood in my stool. Rock and roll music playing in my head as the toilet bowl water turns deep dark red. I got blood in my stool, I got blood on my stool. Oh yeah, that's not anything like what I'd heard Elvis sing about before. Let's keep moving through some of these.
I agree, Molly. What a bop.
Face beat red, hoagie in my hand, sitting on the throne like I'm the king of this land. My colon is... Oh, wow, what's with the... This is weird. This isn't what he
No, that's
sing
not.
about.
That's not the Love Me Tender days.
Face beat red, hoagie in my hand, sitting on the throne like I'm the king of this land. My colon is a canyon filled with marble stone. Nothing's passing through here, gonna die alone, sitting on my throne. I'm gonna die alone on this throne. I mean,
Wow.
it kind of checks out historically to how he actually went, but I can't imagine him. You know, it just hit me. I don't think Elvis really wrote any of his songs. I don't even know if he was much of a songwriter.
Oh. Well, that changes things a little.
Well, I mean,
Well, maybe he was. He just never did present them.
I'm starting to wonder if these are songs or maybe this is just kind of like...
It's a biography.
I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, maybe I should have looked at this before I... Okay. Do we want to maybe step away and come back, or what do you think, Eric? Are you enjoying this, or is this weird for you?
Well, that's. I have. I'm on the verge of tears, but I don't know what kind of tears they are, really.
Dan says let's keep going. Let's try one more.
Let's do it.
Bursted blood vessels in each of my eyes. Both legs are asleep and my clothes are wet. Sucking on sauerkraut and curly fries. I'm going to Las Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet the house, pretty mama. I'm gonna win the big, big prize. I know that one's. It got to the chorus. I think there could be something. I'm going to Las Vegas, baby. I'm gonna bet the house, pretty much. I don't know. There could be again. Like I'm kind of shaking just because of the raw nerve of the situation. It's kind of hard to put on my songwriting cap. Maybe I could come up with a more interesting melody, or again, maybe that one could be more of a ballad. I don't know.
Yeah, I was digging that. That had a really good feel to it.
Do you want to try any of these? Do you want to sing any of these, or do you feel like? What do you guys think? Would you like to hear Eric try to sing a couple of these, or?
Oh. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
I feel like this one's kind of in the vein of maybe something like it's talking about love and stuff. So I'm wondering if maybe it's in the vein. Yeah, you're good. You can,
All right.
yeah. I think this one's kind of in the vein of maybe like Only Fools Die Young. How was that? Only Fools Rush In? How was that?
Let's see. I fell in love today with an angel so sweet, so beautiful like a sun or an angel. I'm embarrassed to tell her I haven't had a bowel movement in 17 days. She's like an angel to me. Dear God, she is hot, but my stomach hurts.
Interesting. All right. Well. Yeah, that was kind of cool. What do you think? Do you feel like that one is do we like that one as a ballad, or?
Oh, it keeps going.
That one does. It's the same song, you think? Let's go. Let's try it. Okay.
Feels like I got a knife in my gut. Your love feels like a knife in my gut. There's no medication that can ease this pain. I don't have an opinion on civil rights.
What?
Civil rights.
What was that last line?
I don't have an opinion on civil rights.
Feels like a strange thing to work into a ballad. It says that in there?
That's what it says. That is odd.
It really didn't rhyme or anything.
It didn't even
I mean,
go with
it checks out historically with what we know about Elvis. But.
Yeah, but it's what kind of context are we trying to go with here? We jumped off topic. But
Yeah,
Still,
I don't know.
I'm holding this in my hands, and it's.
Does it feel? Did you feel that kind of that raw like energy that it feels like it's like
It,
it's like shaking your own hand.
yeah, it's a very odd,
Yeah.
auspicious experience.
What do you want to try to do a rocker?
A rocker.
Or does the next one look like it might be a rocker?
It may be. It feels that way. I never felt so low. Heavy is the crown on the porcelain throne. I wonder what peanut butter with eggs tastes like. Pills. I got a hunk and burning hole.
What? You added that last part, surely. Let me see.
Oh, I mean that's. I think he took
You said pills.
pills. Pills. I got a hunk of burning hole.
All right. I don't know, guys. We want to. I mean, there's a lot of. There's like 100 more songs in here. Well,
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe let's take some questions. Maybe I'll kind of look through here see if there's any other better. But yeah. Let's go to Q's and A's. There, Eric. This is another little addition from Carl Kloster. This is a little graphic. Well, the phone number is 423 225 2289. One of the great phone numbers. 1-800-BIG-NICK was not available, and we thought this is probably. It's almost as good. It's not quite as. It doesn't roll off the tongue quite as quickly, but it's still a great number. We're really proud of it, and we're happy to share it with you all. So if you guys got any questions or comments or anything else, if you need advice from Eric, we do have a segment that's where people are going to ask Eric for advice. And feel free to call or text that number right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and just get right into question number 1. Okay, how frequently are you recognized when you are out and about? I will be honest. Since I discovered that I am Elvis 3, it's been hard to leave the house. I don't know if it's been the same for you, Eric. Do you feel like that's been your experience as well? Or
I haven't left the house in 2 weeks now.
wow.
I was going to come over.
In Orlando.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Oh,
It was,
bet.
and I was kind of thankful I was stuck on that ride because I couldn't. It was. You guys ever seen Austin Powers? I guess it's a spoof of maybe Hard Day's Night or something where they're chasing him around all over the place. But no. Pre-Elvis, I had someone recognize me the other day. I actually rear-ended somebody. It was a parked. This is not even a joke. It's a true story. I ran into a parked car at Coolidge Park, and I had people taking my picture like I was going to drive away. It's like, come on. They're probably tuning in. I walked up. I said, "Hey, I haven't hit a car ever." I'm like, "What am I supposed to do? Should I start going into these stores and saying, hey, who's driving the whatever?"
Yeah.
I don't even know what kind of car it was. And that woman was like, "Hey, do you used to live in Hidden Harbor? You used to take piano lessons with so-and-so." And I was like, "Yeah." So she recognized me.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes, like I had I was playing with my daughter at the Coolidge. It's always a Coolidge Park. I was playing with her in the fountains, and some lady came up. She was a fan of Fall Time in Tennessee. She said, "Are you the Fall Time in Tennessee guy?" I said, "Yes." And it happens once in a blue moon. Before I was Elvis. Let's check out question dos. Hey, Codeman, Tech Q. Since calling this number, my phone has been acting possessed and or hacked. What's wrong with it? Please advise. Thanks. That's first of all, shame on you for spreading misinformation. I doubt that's true because I don't even understand how that works, and I feel like you're discouraging people from calling or texting this number, and I guarantee it's a Big Nick promise. Everything here at Big Nick Live's above board. There's no issues with calling the number. This person probably just doesn't know how to work a phone. Probably belongs in a mental asylum or something like that. So shame on you, and thank you for your question. All right, let's check out Q number 3. Swords had a fair share of political songs. So was the comedy era, with Clowning on the RNC, Don Jr., etc. Do you agree that in our current political landscape, we need to be relentlessly clowning on fascists through music? If so, can I get a hell yup? Well, of course, I think we all, as Americans, have a duty to relentlessly clown fascists through music. I don't think we would have won the First or Second World War without it.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I don't know how we're going to be able to move forward without it either. So I think we all have a lot of work to do if we want to see better days, frankly. We got another Excuse me. Are there any holidays you would never write a song about, or any that you wish you could? Let me think about that for a second, because I think I've already written about most of them, frankly. I did write about Christmas. That's one. Wrote about Halloween. Wrote about April Fool's Day. Wrote about St. Patrick's Day. Surely I've written about Valentine's Day. Someone in the chat back me up here a little bit. I did a song about Easter, of course. Summertime party in USA, we'll call that 4th of July. Hell yeah. Okay, so yeah, cat piss might be a Valentine's Day. So what's left, folks? What holidays? Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll never write about Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll let that be a sacred day. Eric, you got any insight on this?
Thanksgiving?
Or anything at all?
Or any. Man,
It's all right if not. I was just curious.
I thought about Boxing Day, but that's like Canada. So can we celebrate? We celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, maybe that would be a good. We were going to do a stream on Cinco de Let's Go, but I was out of town. I was stuck on the damn Yoshi ride.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Gremlins multiply when they get wet. In a Jaws-like movie with a gremlin shark, would the shark be in a constant state of reproduction? That's a great question.
Wow.
Because of course it would. That's where all the drama, that's where all the tension comes from. So essentially, if you could put yourself in the mind of this person, ask the question, you are watching a film. This is why this movie would be better than Jaws, because Jaws is one shark. You kill it, it's dead, whatever. Or maybe it doesn't die, but I haven't seen the other films. In this film, Gremlin Shark, you have a shark that is gremlin, a.k.a. when it's swimming, it is reproducing more gremlins. You know what happens when a gremlin, like a bona fide gremlin, gets wet? It makes more gremlin. And essentially, you say you have a gremlin shark, say it produces 100 gremlin per minute. Well, each of those gremlins are being born into the ocean. They don't have, it's not like they can just jump out of the ocean and onto dry land like they did in a Miss Deagle's pool or wherever they were, the YMCA, whatever.
Yeah.
They're in ocean. So this is exponential. Every gremlin that is sprouted and doesn't have dry land to escape to sprouts hundreds more, and this so on and so on and so on until essentially the entire planet will be overrun with gremlins, at least the ocean. So it's a scary thing to think about, and I think it's box office gold. It's one of the other travesties that they won't put the keys to the Gremlin franchise in my hand, because I proved time and time again that I've got the goods. But
Yeah.
they just want to keep on flailing for another 30 years, I guess.
It's a shame.
If you could do one thing in your career, what it would be? I'll follow the theme of, no pun intended. I really want to create a theme park on at least the same scale, if not bigger, than Disney World. We've talked about Desmond World, or maybe we could do even like kind of our own epic universe, but instead of Nintendo World, we'll have Ceviche Man World, then we'll have Desmond World, and then we'll have Cowboy John Land and Greasy Land and Little Teddy Land, and obviously Big Nick Land. All the great characters will be featured in that theme park. And I say if I could make a deal with the Universal Studios and Disney to combine all the parks and make them all connected to the Big Nick IP. That could be cool. Get some Gremlins ride, some Dracula, because they already have Dracula ride at Universal at Epic.
Yeah.
So.
That's...
Anyways. Oh, excuse me. Oh, wait, I hit the wrong button, but you still did the wrong thing. I meant to do this. Sorry about that, guys. What's your favorite piece of art you've created that someone else has paid you to do? All the commercial stuff I've seen from you is rad, and I'm curious what has been your favorite over the years. Feliz. So,
Well, music?
Yeah, music.
That's a...
I'm thinking about it.
Oh, I mean...
I'm just waiting for you to follow your instruction here.
Oh, well...
Hey, we get it. Damn.
All right.
Better.
Okay, so I think my greatest creation that someone paid me to make. Technically, I was paid to make the Spirit Halloween theme songs. Maybe Unleash Your Spirit is up there. It's hard to contend with that. Maybe that's my answer for now. Feliz. What's your okay? What's the best way to
Ooh.
This maybe is a better question for Eric.
Huh.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm getting a little upset that no one's asked Eric for advice. He's here. He's giving you guys his time. He's an expert, and frankly, no one is utilizing this free expertise that Eric has. So, but anyway, so maybe this isn't necessarily. I guess maybe you could consider this advice. What do you say, Eric?
Well, you have to learn how to crawl on your belly to catch crickets, because you have to collect a whole lot of crickets to have a business of crickets.
So we had a whole conversation. I think it was episode 1 or episode 2. Episode 2, I think, when we forgot to hit go live.
Oh, yeah.
We had a conversation about Happy Hen. Hey, you had a voicemail from Happy Hen, and that's a company that sells crickets for hens. And you pled the fifth. You said you didn't know why they were calling you. Do you have any updated information as to why the Happy Hen people were trying to get a hold of you, or what was that about?
I think I'm pretty sure it was a scam.
You think Happy Hen is a scam?
Yeah, I think they were trying to get into I don't know, maybe I'll look like somebody that would want to be in a cricket business.
They probably saw your videos and said, "Man, this guy has shrimp earrings and he collects crickets. We gotta sell him some Happy Hen," because that's what that was their. I'm not convinced that your business is not Happy Hen, and you're just not wanting to cut me in. That's one of my theories that I'm contending with currently. Anyways, that's all the text questions we got. So maybe we'll, before we get into our voicemails here, maybe we'll check back in with our Elvis songbook. Maybe because there's a lot of songs in here. Maybe we'll play a couple more songs from the songbook. Do you still have that, or my heart just dropped. I thought maybe someone stole it. I don't know. The security here is not great.
Yeah. Took us forever to find the train whistle.
Yes, we did find that the train whistle was hiding behind Eric's rain stick. Okay, this is an interesting one. Again, these aren't really full-fledged songs. Maybe they're just like portions of ideas of songs. Today, the strangest thing happened. I fell in love with a lava lamp. I can't explain, and I can't feel my legs. And that's all it wrote. I don't know if these maybe is a continuation. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder maybe these were left behind for a reason. Maybe we're getting conned of some kind, because there's just kind of a.
That one took me off somewhere and then left me there, and I didn't really know what to feel. That's very interesting.
I feel like this one.
Yeah, it's nice.
This one kind of feels like maybe he was getting more into like a disco kind of thing. Do the foxtrot. Hunky dory, Yankee Doodle, foxtrot. And then it just says ×4. Do the foxtrot. Hunky dory, Yankee Doodle, foxtrot. So that one's kind of cool. There might have been something to that, maybe with like the right.
Yeah,
I don't know these.
Had a nice funk to it.
Oh, I would like to see you try this one, Eric. This is kind of this seems up your alley.
Oh, we got it here.
So I'll let the people take a quick look.
Ooh.
Try this one. This is another one. Seems like maybe a dance tune or something.
Wow. Dunka, 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 dunka. Ah, dunka, dunka, dinka, dunka, bunka, dunka, 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 dinka, dunka, 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 mama, brown truck, dreams, fishers, trousers, blood on the seams. Oh, dunka, 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 dinka, dunka, dunka, dunka. Hey.
Let me look at that real quick. Let me see that. So I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Maybe.
I think it was kind of just syllables.
Dunka, yeah, dunka, 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 dinka, dunka, 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 dinka, dunka, harmony. Dunka, 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 dinka, dunka, 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 dinka, dunka, dunka. Pretty mama, brown trout dreams, fisherman's trousers, blade on the seams, and got a dunka, 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 dinka, dunka, 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 dinka, dunka, That might be the best one of the bunch that I've seen.
That was a lot of
But
fun.
there's a lot in here, like I said. But then it's right back to this stuff. Naked on the throne, wet and alone, I am the king of clogged pipes. Like, it's just gross. I was gonna say it's not even funny, but you're just cracking up.
That's yeah.
Skin crimson red, sad song in my head. I'm the king of clogged pipes, and my stomach hurts. He said that a couple times, I think.
Yeah. You know, it's
I don't even think I could sing this one out loud.
he had a
I'll let
bit
you
of
do this one. I'll give Eric a
bit of a psychic realism in this book too. Don't you think?
What do you mean?
Like,
You feel like you relate in a way, or what?
well,
do you mean?
no, I mean like just his last days. You know, and
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that does make it heavy, because I don't know.
Like-
he doesn't have the exact dates, but it does say 1977, which was the year he died. Let's get a split screen going, Eric, for this one, because I think people are going to want to look at. Because I feel like if you could kind of channel some of the emotion behind this.
all right.
Can you get a sense of whether this one's more of a ballad or a rocker?
Ooh. I don't know. You give it kind of a kind of an in between feel.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm looking up Elvis chords. That way I can get an idea of like what kind of. All right, here we go.
Seven-inch log from the gates of hell. Nothing else is getting hard beneath my belt. I want to love you, baby, but my poor diet and excessive drug use.
I think maybe it's a poor diet and exercise.
Poor excessive drug use is
right. My poor diet. All right,
It's
let's
affected
take
my-
that back. Let's take it
All
back.
right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
But my poor... Oh, you want to go say? How about that? I want to love you, baby. But my poor diet and excessive drug use is affecting my ability to make love. Wow. Yeah, I have to take a dunka.
You like that one better?
Dunka.
Yeah. Let me see that.
Which?
You're back at Dunka.
Yeah, it's the one right before that. That's very interesting. Just seeing these things for the first time, it's just weird to try to process it.
Right, in real time while people are watching it.
Yeah, it's
And our grandpa wrote this, so that kind of adds a level of strangeness that you want to go to bat for your papu.
it's the poor papu. Man, because it's just shocking.
Well, this one is kind of interesting because it's it deals with legacy. And when I was a boy, my mama sang in the choir.
Nice.
She ran over my dog on purpose, and I never forgave her. But boy, could she cook. Have mercy.
Wow,
I don't know.
that's
Yeah, this one's let me try this one. I saw a cartoon mouse on the TV. I saw a cartoon mouse on the TV. She wore a polka dot dress with a pillbox hat. I'm ashamed of how she made me feel. That little mouse. That little sweet mouse. Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, I don't know how that one makes me feel. And
This one says, gather round children, there's a brand new dance. It's called the yo-yo. And then it says in parentheses, then I dip and twirl and spin around on the ground like a yo-yo.
Huh.
And, he was, any dance that he would do instantly was iconic. He had the whole hip thing. And
Oh, yeah.
so that could have been kind of cool. I can kind of visualize exactly
That actually
maybe he's
reminds
trying
me
to do.
of one of those breakdancing moves.
Yeah,
Was he-
right.
was
Which
he,
maybe
like-
I mean they call him the king for a
Man.
reason. Okay, I don't know. Maybe we've kind of had our. I mean, there's a lot in here, but yeah, it's just more. He does. Looks like he has a Christmas song in here.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know. It seems kind of. Holiday romp, jingle jangle, jingle jangle. 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 Holiday romp, jingle jangle, jingle jangle, jingle. Holiday romp, jingle jangle, jingle jangle, jingle. Holiday romp, jingle jangle, jingle jangle. Holiday romp. Happy holidays to one and all.
Hey, that was a bright note.
Yeah, that one was kind of cool. Yeah, a lot of these I just don't. I'd be ashamed to read out loud, frankly. Oh, he has one he wrote in Spanish. It looks like that's kind of cool. Maybe this is around. I don't know if anyone wants to look up when did La Bamba come out. Maybe he kind of was interested in recreating that. Because there was a Spanish hit on American radio.
Wow.
Hola, mamacita, ¿cómo estás? Uno, dos, tres, la, la, la. Sí, señorita, sí, sí, sí. Hola, mamacita, come and dance with me. Oh, hola, mamacita. Hola, mamacita. ¿Cómo está? Kind of calling. ¿Cómo está? Uno, dos, tres.
Uno, dos, tres.
La, 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 la.
La, 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 la.
Sí, señorita.
Sí, señorita.
Sí, sí, sí.
Sí, sí, sí.
Hola, mamacita.
Oh, mamacita.
Come and dance with me.
Come dance with me.
I don't know. I think that could have been something maybe, but I mean, it could need to be fleshed out a little more. Didn't seem like he's very good at Spanish.
Yeah.
Got bit by a coyote on the back of my neck. I was tripping on peyote. So I said, "What the heck?"
What?
Woke up in the hospital, plugged into machines. That's how I became Robo Presley.
Robo Presley.
This one says he hasn't been hungry in 27 years. How old was Papu when he died?
50? 45?
He must have been on a lot of narcotics or something. 'Cause some of these are just incoherent. It's one fine day, I was walking in the woods. I was walking in the woods. Yippee, yippee, yi-yi. Yippee, yippee, yi-yi. Yippee, yippee, yi-yi. Yippee, yippee, yi-yi. And that's literally what it says. One fine day, when I was walking in the woods, I was walking in the woods. Yippee, yippee, yi-yi, yippee, yippee, yi-yi, times 2. So I'm playing him exactly as they're written. I'm not doing any sort of... Yeah, I don't know. I guess he had some strange opinions. I'm not going to read a lot of these. I'm scared to death of illegal aliens. What if they steal my scarves? I'm scared to death of illegal aliens. What if a senorita steals my heart? If they came here illegally, I would be less stressed out. All right. I'm gonna step aside and kind of look at this with a fine-tooth comb and see if maybe there's some there's some context and not maybe there's like a notes and I don't know. Anyways, let's listen
great.
to some voicemails and
All right.
we'll just kind of put that away for now. Oh, great. Let's try voicemail dose, maybe. Oh, yeah. Let's move. Let's try the next one. Oh, great! All the voicemails, they don't work. Something. This was here.
You see it? I thought it would be right here.
Yeah, it should be playing automatically. Maybe hit that stop button there. And then do the refresh. Well, it seems we've been haunted by some kind. Maybe it's the ghost of Regis. We haven't heard from him in a while. I don't know. I guess maybe the cycle through. None of them work. What in Gremlin Hell? These were all working fine. We are both doing everything right. I'm watching like a hawk, frankly, and Eric is nailing it. Oh, great! I don't want to talk to you. Let me see.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Look at this. Wow. Hello?
Hello, is this Nick Lutzko?
Yeah, I'm kind of busy. I'm in the middle of doing a show right now.
Oh, very sorry. This is John Lennon.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember me.
I remember. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Can I call you back or what's going on?
You can call me back. Yes, I was just watching television, just kind of bored here to seeing what you might be up to.
Well, this actually isn't my number. This is Eric, my producer on the show. We're live on YouTube. We're doing a show right now.
Oh, very, very sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you. I just went dialing through me numbers that have called me before, just ringing people up. I just didn't have anything to do tonight.
Oh, wow. Well, you haven't been watching the show or anything. You just kind of cold called us. This is the first time we've spoken since the last time we chatted.
No, I did not know. I did not mean to interrupt you at all. I just was flipping through the numbers I had dialed several weeks ago, just rigging people up to see what they were doing.
Do a lot of people just cold call you out of the blue like that, or?
Sometimes I'll call if there's nothing on the telly, I'll just dial a number and see who picks up.
Okay. Well, go ahead and do that. Sorry, 1 second. That's the wrong John, Eric. Go ahead and click the button. Yeah, transition. Yeah, let the people see it. Go ahead. Sorry, our producer confused you with another John. We work with a John.
Oh, this is
Elliot.
John. This is John Lennon.
Right.
from the
But
Beatles.
we have a friend of the band called John as well. Anyways, so I guess you haven't been watching. I do. There is something I wanted to share with you that I've actually been wanting to reach out to you about. On this show, Eric and we found out. I don't want to get too deep in the weeds here, but we actually recently found out that our grandfather is someone that you, I think, were friendly with back in the days when you were doing music with the Beatles and stuff. I don't know if you remember Elvis Presley.
Oh, I knew. I did know Elvis. I was a big fan, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, so I'm actually a direct descendant of Elvis Presley. We've learned, and we were actually just looking through his journal, and he had he had a book of lost songs that my grandma passed down. We were looking through and playing some of those.
That's very interesting. We met Elvis many years ago when he was living in California, and I remember he had this book that he carried around and would jot stuff down.
What color? What color was the book? Did you see Did you see the book?
Oh, it was so many years ago, but I want to say it was like a brown color, maybe, or tannish or something like that. But
Okay.
This was like sometime in the 60s, perhaps.
I literally have chills on my. Did it have buckles on it?
It might have.
And
I
a-
don't
and a
remember
dark
that
brown
detail
spine?
exactly, though.
Wow. I think this, folks, this is totally unscripted. I think we just confirmed that this is, in fact, rock and roll royalty. This is the book. Because how else would you have been able to guess the color of the notebook? Because you said you haven't been on YouTube tonight, right?
No, but I don't know how to even get on YouTube.
You don't even
know
have
what it
internet.
is.
Wow. Well, this is shocking. Well, this is what I'm talking about, John. We have like 150 songs in here, unrecorded, unreleased. Would you be interested in maybe collaborating and maybe doing some? I could produce these songs, record them. Maybe if you said you were a big fan, maybe you could do some vocals for some of these songs. We could release them on a future episode.
Well, I don't do. Our last conversation, I don't sing very much.
Well,
anymore,
we all heard you do Little Rich. What song was Tutti Frutti.
Little Richard number, yes.
Yeah, and that went. I know you don't get online, but that went viral because people were so excited to hear from you again. I frankly was a little irritated when you called because you kind of took the conversation in a weird place, in a sexual place that I wasn't really interested in talking about. But
Right. Well, that's what the Beatles were all about.
right,
That's
yeah,
the
we don't need to rehash all that. I just kind of was hoping to maybe steer clear of that tonight. Maybe steer the conversation in an entirely different way.
I'd have to read some of them because I just remember when we met Elvis that time with his book, he just was. It's like he was on drugs most of the time. I don't know. It seemed like some of it might have been shit.
No, well, I mean, it's interesting. It's from a different time. I think maybe we could do a little bit of editing, and I do think it did. There were some allusions to drug use in there, pills and other stuff. So that sounds accurate. That's another. Frankly, that's just another, notch in our belt that this is authentic and this is legitimate.
Yeah,
That is interesting. I might be interested in taking a look at it. And
Okay.
As a matter of fact, there is a songwriter that I've been calling up on the telly myself, and maybe I might run it up the flagpole with him and have him take a look and see what he thinks.
Well, I'll be honest. I'm open to collaborating with you because I'm a big fan of your music. But outside of Eric and some of the other guys I play with, I'm not big into collaboration. But who are you talking about?
It's this bloke. His name is John too, out of coincidence, and I believe his last name is Hinckley.
Yeah. No, we want nothing to do with that guy. You're talking about the guy who tried to assassinate Ronald Reagan, came out as a Nazi recently.
Oh, I don't know. Did he do those?
Yeah,
things?
you need
I
to
don't
get
know.
online, John. We need to get your internet connected, and maybe we could have you Zoom in or Skype in or something at a later date. But yeah, that's absolutely not. You should stop talking to that guy. He's frankly dangerous, and you haven't had great luck with guys like that, anyways. So,
Well, I've been out of the loop since 1980. I just haven't stayed up with the media, any of that.
Well, I'm honored that you would, you could be talking to any source, but I guess you kind of are able to recognize that the Big Nick Live is kind of one of the premier spots of entertainment, and it's humbling, and it's an honor that you would choose to call and give us your scoop.
Mostly there was nothing on the telly, so I just decided to start calling people.
Okay, all right. Well, you said that a couple times. Anyways, John, It was good. It was good to hear from you, and we will be in touch. But it is almost 9 o'clock. We're gonna have to move. I don't even need to get into it. But there's a website called Patreon that we move over to at 9. So I'll get you a month subscription or something. I'll send you a link, and maybe we can. You're not far away, so maybe we can get together and get your internet hooked up for.
I don't know how that works, but it's good talking to you there, Nick.
All right, thanks, John. God bless you, everyone. John Lennon from the Beatles is not a joke. It's real John Lennon. Thanks, Eric. Wow, so that was kind of genuinely. I didn't know. I guess John Lennon, it just kind of scrolls through the phone and sees. It's something I wish I did more, because I have people that I love dearly that I haven't talked to in decades, frankly. Yeah. So I do give him kudos for that, and especially because we lost all our voicemails. So here's what's going to happen, folks. We're about to move over to Patreon for the post show. We're going to take a quick second to figure out why in Gremlin Hell these voicemails weren't working. If you're on the edge of your seat thinking, I need to hear these voicemails. It's not Big Nick Live without the voicemails. Then you need to get on the Patreon and join the post show, because we'll check them out then. But before we do that, let's check out. We got I think train whistle means Patreon, right?
Hey, we get it. Damn.
All right. It's somewhere in there. There's a lot of. It's down, over to the right. There, yeah. Up, down, one. There we go. Good work, Eric. All right, everyone. Patreon.com/Nick. Let's go. Let's just give a quick shout out to our generationally wealthy taxpayers, aka GWT. These folks. This is a tradition we have on the show where Eric shouts out every patron individually. So, Eric, if you can do that, we're running out of time. So, if you quickly.
Dallas Odom, not silly. Thaddeus Carpenter, a person. Heather Harlos, Rachel, Lisi Telecom, Lisa,
right.
Cyril, Cadaver Dave.
Beautiful. All right. We have a few more slides. We got our beloved triple taxers as well. They get shouted out on the show. If you want to join the ranks of these folks, guys, just join the Patreon. Here, you start from the left down, and I'll start from the right bottom, and we'll kind of meet in the middle, and we'll just kind of fire them off really quickly. Stormy
right.
Waters, CC, Chef's Daughter 418.
Mandrels.
Yeah, you got it. You're gonna have to pick up the pace, brother.
The
Here, I'll
fellas,
give you a head start.
Jackie Martin, Robert Jarvis.
You know what? No, I'm
Jarvis.
remembering. I think we did this on the last episode.
Yeah, this doesn't work.
We're kind of saying the same. No. It works, but we're starting in the same. So we end up calling out the same people. So you start at Time Loop, and I'll start at Pablo, and you work your way up, and I'll work my way down.
Where's Time Loop?
In the dead center.
And I go.
You're working your way up. So
All right.
you start.
All right, got it. All right, Time Loop.
Pablo Farias.
David Kane.
Brad Young.
Michelle Taylor.
Phelps.
Columbus.
Nico Alfonso.
J.K.
Mitchie Melott.
Popcorn Scumbag.
Cage Monkey.
Ian.
Kiwi.
Michael Stone.
Aaron Warren. Ethan
Brandon.
Warren. Jessica Wagner.
David Anderson.
Caleb Zane Kelly.
David Pollock.
Carl Kloster.
Danny Yosh.
Patty.
Tashi.
Michael.
David O'Brien.
Mir Margulis.
Lane.
Mitchell.
Tim Morden.
Caroline Krell.
Michael Levery.
Nurse Sparkle.
Zorda.
Sandejas Music. Alan Callahan. Tink. MBT Yu-Gi-Oh. Stephanie Courtney. Fortune. Delphine. A.K.A. Regular Tyler. Okay. Yeah, we've read all these. Beautiful. All right, now we got another slide of triple taxers, and frankly, we'll start on the next slide next time.
All right.
And then, of course, we have all of our beloved mandatory taxers we need to show off as well. Look at all these names. Don't you guys want to join the ranks of these people that get to hang out on the post show and we answer questions and just have a good as hell time? Let's check out the last one here.
All the beautiful people.
Some of the best people on the web.
Absolutely.
All right. God bless everyone. My name is Big Nick. This is Eric. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna send out the new link on Patreon. Thanks to John Lennon for calling in, and thanks to Grandma for giving me this book. And we'll see you guys all in just one quick moment on Patreon. God bless you all.
Tons of comment.